I knew him first. I don't care what Dave and Deirdre tell you. Renaldo was my next-door neighbour, my best friend. See?
Oh yeah, Deirdre and I knew Renaldo since high school.
Some people very unfairly blamed Dave when the school science lab burnt down, so the three of us joined the drama club instead. Dave became our director and was simply full of big ideas. Our Romeo and Juliet was a great success, wasn't it?
Despite the explosion.
Renaldo was so photogenic. I always knew he'd end up in show business.
Time now for your favourite show, where Ruby and Renaldo.
We'd left school by then. Deirdre and I were engaged, and I was working all hours of the day, keeping my first business above water. I thought, disco suits, that'd be a surefire winner. But that blood-sucking bank took every penny I had. Bank is with a capital W if you ask me.
Now dear, don't get yourself so worked up. After that, we had to move in with my mum for a while, but I knew another big idea would soon hit Dave over the head.
It certainly did. I turned on the TV one day, and there it was, the Ruby and Renaldo show. And that's when I had my next really big idea.
Mum's garage was where it all started, the first head office of
We Live Visions International. By late 81, we were ready to show the world Bar Wars, Renaldo's first feature film.
Technically it was, well, awful. I mean, wobbly sets, inept acting, pathetic special effects. Nevertheless, Renaldo had this innocent exuberance that was just irresistible to critics and audiences alike.
Young Renaldo was gorgeous, but his acting abilities needed to be nurtured, shall we say. Anyway, David soon followed up with The Sheriff Strikes Back and Return of the Romney, which we shot back-to-back in 3 weeks in early '82.
I've seen all 53 Renaldo films, excepting for the infamous Invasion of the Sheep Snatchers made in 1991. It was part of this very, very complicated financing deal, and Sheep Snatchers premiered at this Baghdad Film Festival. Unfortunately, it opened on the very same day that Operation Desert Storm began, and the one and only print vanished without trace, which is just a tragic loss to our cultural heritage.
Thanks, handsome. Let me see, yes, we made Bar Trek and Marino the Barbarian in '83. Renaldo always knew how to treat a leading lady. Our love scenes were electric.
Those were great days, except for the bloody banks, always whining about late loan repayments. Leeches they were, preying on honest entrepreneurs.
Oh yes, throughout the 80s and early 90s, no party in West Clayton was complete without Renaldo putting in an appearance, if only to fall in the swimming pool and grope the hostess.
My favourites were the romances, especially Sheepless in Seattle. I've seen it 39 times, and it always makes me cry.
But the golden weather was over. 1993's White Sheep Can't Jump completely bombed at the box office, and 1994's Demolition Ram just ended up being a direct-to-video release.
I'll tell you exactly who's to blame. These short-sighted bankers and creditors. People who care more about a few $1 million than supporting this country's creative industries.
However, We Live Visions International had not quite been bled dry. In the company vaults was an unexpected goldmine, an ultra-violent slasher film, Reservoir Sheepdogs, which had previously been tied up in contractual disputes between Dave and his creditors. It is of some cruel irony that We Live Visions International is best remembered for the one film that Dave never released and Renaldo didn't appear in. The lead actor does look somewhat like Renaldo, yes, but the real Renaldo had previously renounced violence and converted to Buddhism.
I was very proud to be in Reservoir Sheepdogs. It was years ahead of what Tarantino was doing. Was the masked actor Renaldo? Well, I'll just say I'd know Renaldo's kiss anywhere.
No, couldn't be Renaldo. Not with that lamb chop tattoo on his left buttock.
It wasn't a Renaldo film. I've said it a million times, but no one ever listens.
Please don't talk to Dave about sheepdogs. He's been so much calmer since he's back in the plumbing trade. You should see his grouting. He's doing me a lovely new tiled vanity unit with Italian taps.
For Renaldo, the release of Reservoir Sheepdogs was the final straw. As all the media rumours let loose, he vanished.
What hurt Dave the most was Renaldo leaving without a word after all those awful people released that awful film. Dave was convinced he'd never see Renaldo again.
The public thought Renaldo had gone to Tibet. But the little bird told me he was actually hiding out in West Clayton, working under an assumed name as a crash test dummy. Of course, with an ego like his, he couldn't bear to be out of the limelight for long. In '97, he resurfaced, now the typical washed-up celebrity, doing infomercials and guest appearances at science fiction conventions.
Renaldo! 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 June '98 it was. We were setting up a presentation at a local science fiction convention to promote the West Clayton Rocket Club, when Deirdre raced up to me waving a program in my face.
I said, you'll never guess who's guest of honour. It's Renaldo.
And I told her, don't be silly, it must be one of those celebrity lookalikes.
He just wouldn't believe me.
But blow me down, there, sitting in the front row, who is it? It's Renaldo himself.
Looking as dashingly handsome as ever.
And Renaldo was never one to hold a grudge. And afterwards, the three of us were soon chatting. And when I saw him next to one of our rockets, that's when the next big idea hit me. The world's first sheep astronaut.
Oh, yes. Dave says the word astronaut, and everyone thinks he's a genius. And then at our next AGM, he just swans in as club president. Weasel.
I always vote for you, Elizabeth. Your fiscal policy is forward-thinking and responsible.
3, 2...
Dave!
3, 2, 1... Lift off. Lift off. Yes, we have lift off.
Woohoo!
These photos just received in from the lunar surface. It's one small step for a sheep, but a giant leap for amateur rocketry.
And in international news, a down-under woolly astronaut is over the moon.
Renaldo left the moon safely before losing contact, as expected, re-entering Earth's atmosphere. But I regret to announce we have had no confirmed contact with him since then.
Chris Varco, International Skeptic magazine. It's obvious to me that your whole moon mission is a scam. It's just something you filmed in your old movie studios, isn't it, Wheedler?
Deirdre?
And in this one, compare these shadows. They're not parallel, clearly indicating studio lights. And here's the worst of all. On the supposedly airless moon, we see the club flag rippling in the wind. The whole thing is fake, I tell you, as fake as Apollo.
People have been calling Dave a fraudster and all sorts of horrid things.
There, love, it doesn't bother me. People have been calling me all sorts of horrid things my entire life. But we know the truth, and that's all that matters.
But Dave, there's something I have to tell you. The Ovine Explorer's camera and transmitter worked perfectly during all our testing, but during the launch something went wrong. I don't know. I got nothing back from the moon. I couldn't disappoint everyone. They worked so hard. I'm so sorry, Dave.
Renaldo, my best friend. What have we done?
Oh, turn that blasted thing off!
The Yanks are holding Renaldo in Guantanamo Bay.
These hieroglyphs clearly show that ancient Egyptians sent sheep to the moon 3,000 years ago.
Yes, I'm now club president, and Simon's our vice president, secretary and treasurer.
Just a short-term measure. We're a bit tight financially with only 5 members.
We're sure he's still up there, trapped and all, but right now we're training our rescue astronaut, Edwina.
The industry gossip is that the so-called moon mission was just a publicity stunt for Ronaldo's big comeback movie.
But Renaldo's such a sex god!
In our hearts, we know Renaldo didn't make it back safely.
We found this last month. We think it's the Ovine Explorer's booster rocket. Still, Renaldo wouldn't want us moping around.
No, he wouldn't.
Instead, I've decided to diversify. I'm going to give up the plumbing business and go back to my first love, fashion.
It still fits you perfectly.
Wow, this synthetic fabric is absolutely amazing. 25 years in the box and not even a wrinkle.
Just like you, dear.
As foretold in Holy Scriptures, Renaldo shall return, leading a great host of angels to smite the unbelievers and...
I heard he's in Russia making high-class adult movies. And good on him, I say. He's still got the body for it.
Typical. He could never keep his trousers on.
It's all a smokescreen to deflect attention from the alien invasion of Earth.
Yep, Renaldo and Elvis are running an organic burger bar in Ekatahuna.
We've been hearing unusual signals from the moon. Well, they say he's quite a clever sheep.